What's going on, everybody? It's GameUnboxingReviews here, and welcome back to another LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham news update. Now in this video I'm actually going to be talking about a lot of new screenshots that have just been released. They show off some of the characters that we did see at MCM Expo, but also some that were in the character slots that they never bothered to show. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so first off, here we have Mr. Freeze. Now this video for Mr. Freeze, of course, was actually scheduled for this morning, but I decided not to do it because basically with all these announcements I thought it's better to just put them all in one, then it makes more sense. So Mr. Freeze was revealed yesterday because the LEGO Batman official Twitter account actually reached, I think it was over 20,000 followers, and that's why they've released it. And I think this is really cool that Mr. Freeze is in the game now, because there's many Wii U users that really wanted to play as the character, but they were really disappointed because, of course, at the time, the Batman of the Future DLC pack was the only way we could play as Mr. Freeze, because it was that, that version of Mr. Freeze. But now, if you're on the Wii U, or even if you're on Xbox or PS3 or PS4 or Xbox One or PC or whatever, but you can't actually buy the season pass, then you can still play as Mr. Freeze. He's in the game itself. Not sure if he's in the story at the moment, but I think he'll probably be in some I'd say some probably fun side quests, and it would be really cool to see Captain Cold and Mr. Freeze maybe team up in some missions. That could be really ice related missions. That would be really cool. Alright, so next up here we have Black Canary. Now, of course, Black Canary I talked about in the previous video. I mentioned that she's got, of course, she has the powers you'd expect her to have. She's got, she can shoot her voice at people, and also she has this really cool move where it actually explodes enemies when she shouts at them, so that's pretty cool. But then again, this isn't the only version of Canary in the game. You can play as this version, it's a comic book version, the one we all know and love, and of course the same one from LEGO Batman 2, which was awesome. But then, of course, there's the Arrow DLC pack. If you get the Season Pass, or at least the Arrow DLC pack separately, then you'll be able to play as Canary from Arrow, so that's really cool. And of course, what I think's great about that is that in Arrow, the Canary doesn't actually have superpowers. She has a machine which emits a loud frequency noise, so hopefully they've added that to the game itself, because I think it would be a little weird to see the Canary screaming in an Arrow costume. So hopefully she has like her staffs, but also as a special move she can use her little sonic device, because that would be really cool. Alright, so next up here we have Captain Cold. Now, this character has an amazing design. I mean, it's so accurate to the comics. I mean, well, to be honest, every character in this game is accurate to the comics. If it's from a TV show, a movie, a comic, it's always accurate, and that's just really nice to see. And of course, he's another Flash villain, Captain Cold is one of Flash's biggest villains, I would say. He's becoming much popular now with, I think it's the Flash TV show on CW. I think that's making that character a lot more popular. So if you're a fan of that show and then you come to this game, you'll be like, oh look, it's Captain Cold. And there's a few other characters in there as well related to the Flash, which is going to make you very happy. So if you are a fan of that character, you're going to really enjoy this game. But of course, there's also Batman characters, Superman characters, there's Justice League in general, there's tons of things. There's even the Legion of Doom, and there's, of course, like you all know, there's characters in this game that I've never even heard of, so that is a lot of content for one game. Now, Captain Cold himself, of course, has a lot of really cool abilities in this game. He can shoot little bits of ice, and he can even shoot an entire beam of ice, and it freezes everything in sight. It's amazing. One of my favourite things about Captain Cold in this game is, I know it's been in pretty much every LEGO game with an ice-related character, but basically when you freeze someone, it turns them into a block of ice. That feature just never gets old. Next up, here we have Professor Zoom, aka Reverse Flash. Now, I know after the last video I did, I know many people are really excited about this character. He looks awesome. I mean, I think one of the best parts of this character is that many people were worried he would just be an exact replica of the Flash. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't be bothered about that. I think that's fine. He is basically that. He's just an evil version. He does have a little differences, but that's basically what he is. However, Traveller Tales decided not to do that. I guess what I mean to say is they saw how people complained last year that certain characters were similar to others, and they didn't really like that. They wanted them to differentiate themselves from others. But I think with this game, they saw that and were like, okay, so people didn't like that. Let's try and make each character more unique, even if they have the same abilities. So for a character like Flash and Reverse Flash, although they both run really fast and fight really fast and everything, they're really fast characters, they both have their own animations and combat moves and things. And of course, their designs, the designs look brilliant. This is obviously Reverse Flash. You can clearly see that. It's not just Barry Allen in a different costume. It's Reverse Flash. It's Professor Zoom. And I just think that's really well done from Traveller Tales. And to be honest with you, Reverse Flash is probably one of my most anticipated characters to play in this game. I really cannot wait to play as this character. Now on to some brand new characters that were revealed. So the characters we've already talked about were revealed at the MCM Expo. It's just different screenshots of them. But that's really cool. But these characters, the final two I'm going to talk about, are brand new characters that were revealed after the MCM Expo. So that's really cool. So the first character I'm going to talk about is, of course, Zatanna. Yes, Zatanna is a playable character. I know many of you have asked about this character. Personally, I was kind of confident that she would be in the game anyway. I mean, she was in Lego Batman 2. I don't believe she was in the first one because obviously the second one added more of the DC universe. The first one kind of just stuck to Batman, and this one is just going insane and just thinking, you know what, let's add everything to do with the DC universe. So yes, Zatanna is in this game. She looks amazing, and I'm really excited to see, how much of an upgrade she's had. I definitely think that every character, including the ones that were already in Lego Batman 2, like the Flash and Green Lantern, those two especially have had a huge upgrade, and they do so much more. So I'm really excited to see comparing Zatanna from Lego Batman 2 to Lego Batman 3 and see how much more she can do in the game now. Alright, so last but not least, here we have Etrigan. Now this character, I'm not really aware of who he is, so it'd be really interesting to see what you all know about him, because I've got to admit, he looks awesome. And I did actually watch a trailer before of, I think it was DC Universe Online, and he said he's the ruler of hell and stuff. He's a very dark character, that's obvious. Even from his design, you can see that. But I'm really excited to hear what he can do. In the trailer I watched, this wasn't Lego related, by the way. This is just DC Universe Online when I was trying to actually look up information on the character. But he mentioned he could take the form of a human, but prefers to be a demon, Etrigan. So maybe he'll have a transformation, allowing him to turn into a random human. That would be similar to how, Mystique worked in Lego Marvels. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, guys, definitely tell me, the backstory on this character and what you know on him, because I'm really interested to know a lot more about him. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for lots more news on Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham, and as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.